Hey, good day, folks. I welcome you to Walton, Indiana. We're going to drive through this town, which is located in Tipton County. It's located towards the northern central region of Indiana. Actually, it's a little closer to mid-Indiana, if you want to be more specific with geographics. The population is 962 people, down from 1,049 people back in 2010. So as of the 2020 census, this town has lost 8.3% of its population. Now, Walton was founded in 1852 by Gilbert W. Wall during the railroad era. And as far as the racial demographics, you got 80.3% white, 1% Asian, 18.5% Hispanic. If you're looking to rent, your median rent price is going to go from $670 to $1,100 a month. And if you're looking to purchase, the median home price is $153,000. However, right now, you're not going to find anything for sale for much lower than $185,000. And basically, as you guys can see, I recorded this video on a very cloudy, overcast day. And this is, this time of the year is a time of the year that I wish I did not have to be in Indiana. I wish I could be down in Alabama or somewhere warmer and more sun. But, it is what it is right now. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. When it comes to my financial situation, I'm not broke or nothing like that. However, I don't want to put myself in a situation to where there's a chance that I could go broke. And some of you might have watched my video that I made the other day to my trip to Alabama video, and maybe there's some of you that might feel that the move I made was a little drastic, it was a little much. And I'm not gonna lie to you people, I like Indiana. Like I told you guys, I like Indiana. The people here have been good to me for the most part. The economy here is solid. But, when it comes to this time of the year, I was hoping that I would be able to leave Indiana and head back down to Alabama. Now, I might be able to do that one day. I don't know. I'm going to say what I'm going to say real quick. And I would love for you guys to drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what you guys would do if you were in my situation. So anyhow, I've had a lot of thoughts on my mind when it comes to keeping my other house down in Alabama. Now, at first, when I bought my house up here in Indiana, I was going to sell my house down there. But then I got to thinking that, like I told you the other day, I got a couple of offers. I accepted one. And that offer that I accepted, make a long story short, the deal fell through. And given the housing market right now, the interest rates are crazy high, and a lot of people simply don't got the money to finance a house. So as a result, there's a lot of people that I spoke to that they may have listed a house on the market, they accepted an offer, And then once they accepted the offer, their life in a way was kind of in limbo for the next month. Because, they had to, at the same time they had to pack up and prepare to move, there was no, there was no guarantee that everything was going to work out accordingly, which unfortunately is what a lot of homesteaders are going through. You got a lot of homesteaders that, they may have had plans to move somewhere else. They may have paid into U-Hauls. They may have already had all their stuff moved out of the house, getting it ready for closing day. And then a week or two before closing, surprise, surprise. Either A, depending on what kind of loan that person's taking, like if they're taking a VA or a FHA, maybe there's something going on with the house to where it might cause the house to not pass inspection in accordance to the standards of the lending institution. Or B, as interest rates have crept up, maybe when the person first submitted the offer, the interest rates may have been sitting at, let's say, 7%. And then by the time it came to close, interest rates may have crept up to 8%. Or even if that didn't happen, you got a lot more people now than before. Like when I say before, I'm talking within the last couple of years, having cold feet about buying a house. So for one reason or another, I would say 95% of it's related to finances. You got a lot of these people that are backing out of deals and not purchasing. They're holding on to their money tighter. And they're trying to make more sound decisions for themselves and their family, which I don't blame them. Now, so I got to thinking, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take my house off the market and keep it. I don't have any loans on it. So that's a big plus for me. And I was thinking I could be a snowbird and be in Alabama for 6 months out the year. Now, initially, I was going to go down there and just work DoorDash and work on my YouTube. And that was going to be my primary source of income right there. But as I've told you guys before, DoorDash, they be bullshitting. You got a lot of people not making no money out there doing that type of work. Now, could I work other gig apps in conjunction with DoorDash? Yes, I could. But many of them be playing games too, and I'm just not the type of person that likes to have people playing with my money. Because I got a future to plan for. I got bills to pay, and I'm just not up for people playing with my money. So anyhow, right now, to be quite truthful, I'm kind of sitting on the fence on whether or rather not I should sell my house in Alabama or not. A part of me would like to keep it, and then while I'm up here in Indiana, just obviously start saving some money again. And some of the money that I'll be able to save now that I'm back to working a 9-to-5 that pays decent, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe in a year or two, I can go back down there and start some kind of a business. I could cut grass, I could do junk removal, I could do something along those lines, I'm thinking. And I got some other ideas that I'm not going to mention right now, but I do got a few ideas to where I can, if I do end up going back to Alabama, obviously I would be there for 6 months out the year, and that would be during the coldest months out of the year up here in Indiana. and I'm thinking I could do something to where I'm making my own money. Because honestly, I mean, now there's going to be people that are going to probably tell me, oh, there's jobs to be had in Alabama. And you know, and there are. Unfortunately, where I'm living is over an hour from any metro areas, which was a bad decision when it came to buying my house. I mean, I like the area, I like the house, I like the lot. It's a quiet, safe community, all that good stuff. But unfortunately, where I'm living, it's over an hour from any metro areas. I mean, the biggest city that's closest to me, the population is sitting at just a little over 70,000 people, which that's not even considered a metro. That's just, I guess you can say it's a mid-sized city. And like I told you guys the other day, I've submitted numerous applications in the region of Alabama where my other house is at. I had one interview. I told you about what went on. I mean, but for those of you, but I guess I'll tell you again real quick. I had one interview, and I was under the assumption that it was for a full-time position, just to find out that the position was only part-time. I can't afford to work only part-time. So, needless to say, I did not accept that job because it was only part-time hours, like part-time meaning 15 to 20 hours a week. Now, had I known that in advance, I wouldn't have wasted my time going to that place. But other than that phone call, I have not received no other phone calls from any companies down in that region of Alabama. And I told myself, you know what? I'm going to submit applications for a week. If I don't get no calls, then I'm going to start putting in applications for up here in Indiana. Even though I don't want to be up here during the winter time, I also understand that financially, I need to get my money back up. Because I've been doing a lot of spending these last couple of years. So I need to get my money back up. So one day last week, one day a little over a week ago, I decided to look at jobs that were close to where my house in Indiana is located. I can't even talk right. One day, a little over a week ago, I woke up and I decided to look at job opportunities that were here in Indiana, where my other house is located, like in that general region. Well, I only submitted 2 applications. 2. And I would say on the very next day, I got a call for the interview. I went in for the interview. The interview went good. I got the job. Now, honestly, I could have got the job right there on the spot if I wanted to. But I wanted to go to Alabama and go to that interview and see what they had to say. Like I told you guys on that video that I made the other day, the one where I took the trip to Alabama. So I'm thinking, part of me is thinking I should sell my other house and and just stay up here in Indiana. And then whenever I get my money back up to where I feel it needs to be, I can maybe take off for a few months, go somewhere warm like to Arizona, and stay there for the winter. And then there's other. All right, folks. I'm sorry about that. I want you guys to hear me out on this because I truly would like your guys' opinion. Now, the video that you guys are watching, I mean, basically, just so you guys don't have to look at me, you can look at some actual footage on the road instead. Now, this video right here is just I'm driving on the freeway, and I believe I'm up in I think I'm still in Indiana on this footage. I'm gonna be honest with you people, I'm not exactly sure where the hell I'm at. I just wanted to put up something that way you guys can see some type of footage of me driving, just to make things a little bit more interesting as you're listening to what I'm trying to tell you guys. But anyways, as I was gonna say a second ago, a part of me thought about keeping the house. I mean, part of me wants to keep the house because it could be my snowbird house. I mean, basically I would be down in Alabama for half the year, and I'll be here in Indiana for the other half the year. And I was thinking, okay, if that's gonna happen, then I'm gonna have to most likely start my own business and do my own thing. That way when I go to Alabama, I don't have to go down there looking for work. Because for one, the wages there are low as piss. And for two, it tends to be harder to navigate the economy in the region of Alabama where my house is at compared to here in Indiana. Now, there's also a part of me that's kind of thinking, you know what, maybe I should sell that house, get my money out of it, and then that way I'll have the money necessary to do things that I want to do to this house here in Indiana. And you know what? I'm in Tennessee on this video. Yeah, I believe I'm in Tennessee. All right. Anyways, I was thinking that I should sell my house in Alabama, get my money out of it. I mean, you know, like I said earlier, there's no guarantee I'm going to be able to sell that house just due to how things are with the housing market and the high interest rates. And I'm not giving that house away. I'm not going to cut the price down a whole lot because if I do, I'll lose money on it. And to me, it's too nice of a house for me to just be willing to lose money. And like I told you guys before, I don't have a mortgage on it, so I do got my options. And I thought about renting it out, but I'm not a fan of renting out. I'm not a fan of becoming a landlord, especially for that house. Again, it's too nice of a house. And if someone went in there and tore my house up, I would feel some kind of way. I'll just keep it like that. So, and then there's another part of me that, yeah, maybe I should sell the house. Because, for the reasons I mentioned earlier. And then I was thinking, okay, well, if I can't tap into that local economy, then it doesn't make sense for me to keep a piece of real estate in that area. Because, you know, I understand if I'm going to own a house, I'm going to have to pay property taxes. I get it, I got it. Fortunately, down where I'm at in Alabama, property taxes are crazy cheap. So there's a part of me that was thinking, okay, well, if I'm not able to tap into that local economy, then maybe I shouldn't have a house there. But then, like I said earlier, you know, if I go on ahead and get serious and go back down there at some point and start some sort of a business and make my own money, things down there could work out just fine for me. And if that were to be the case, I would be a happy camper. So yeah, so yeah, go ahead, go in the comment section, sound off. Tell me what you would do if you were in my shoes. And for some of you that have been in a situation similar to mine, tell me what, again, sound off in the comment section and tell me what you did. Just give me a brief story. Just give me a brief paragraph of what you did if you were in a similar situation. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end my commentary. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. And as always, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Soul Adventure's Life. Stay strong.